Once upon a time, in the peaceful village of Willow Creek, there lived a farmer named Harold Grumble. He was famous for two things: his beautiful vegetable garden and his quick temper. If the chickens clucked too loudly, he'd shout. If the rain didn't come, he'd stomp around the barn. Even the scarecrow seemed scared of him. One morning, Harold woke up to find his prized pumpkin patch in ruins. Rabbits had feasted on his pumpkins during the night. His face turned red, and he clenched his fists. "Those pesky rabbits. I'll catch every last one of them," he roared.
Harold grabbed his net and stormed into the woods. But the forest was peaceful and calm, a stark contrast to his fiery mood. As he wandered deeper, he met an old owl perched on a low branch. "Why the scowl, Farmer Grumble?" asked the owl in a deep, wise voice. "Those rabbits destroyed my pumpkins," Harold shouted. "They've ruined everything." The owl tilted its head. "And what do you plan to do with all this anger?" "Catch the rabbits, of course," Harold snapped. The owl hooted softly. "Anger is like a wild storm, Harold. It can destroy much more than a pumpkin patch if you're not careful." "Why not try the wind whisper method?" Harold frowned. "Wind whisper? What nonsense is that?" The owl explained. "Whenever you feel the storm of anger brewing, stop and blow like the wind. Breathe in deeply, then whisper it out slowly. Repeat until the storm inside you fades." Harold grumbled, but decided to try. He took a deep breath and whispered it out. He felt a little better, so he did it again and again. By the fourth breath, his shoulders relaxed, and the anger began to melt. "That's better," said the owl. "Now think, what's a wiser way to solve your problem?" Harold sat down on a stump, thinking. Instead of catching the rabbits, he decided to build a sturdy fence around his pumpkin patch. Then, he planted a small section of vegetables just for the rabbits, away from his main garden. Over time, Harold noticed something surprising. The rabbits only ate the vegetables he had set aside for them, leaving the rest of his garden untouched. His anger had almost ruined his day, but the wind whisper and a little thoughtfulness saved it. From that day on, Farmer Grumble became a little less grumbly. Whenever he felt his temper rising, he took a deep breath, whispered it out, and looked for a wise solution. And if you ever visit Willow Creek, you might still hear the old owl's words echoing through the forest. "Anger is like a storm. Whisper it away, and the sun will shine again." And so, Farmer Harold and his garden thrived, all thanks to the power of calm and clever thinking.